So I recently came to a realization, right? A realization that, for the most part, really woke me up. And that realization was that, or is that, I was looking for myself in the wrong places. Now, I spent most of my life feeling as if something was missing, right? I had this emptiness within me, and for the most part, I didn't know what this emptiness was. I didn't know what was the cause of it. I didn't know where did it stem from. I didn't know where it started. I didn't know why I'm empty or why I felt empty, right? And so for the most part, I searched for the solution to this empty space or this empty void within me in the world, because I thought that I could find it in the world. At first, I thought the solution was, a romantic partner, a relationship. That didn't help it. I thought it was friends, and that didn't help it as well, because I could be around someone and I could feel like I'm fulfilled. But at the end of the day, I had to return back to myself. I had to go back to my solitude. And then when I went back to my solitude, that void was still there. So no matter where I searched in the world, it couldn't bring me the solution that I needed. Temporarily, it felt as if like it was working. But then I had to sort of go back to myself. I had to be alone again. And then that void or that empty space reappeared, right? So clearly the solution wasn't in the world, right? And so recently I really realized that what I was searching for was, and to put it clearly, the freedom that I had as a child. The love that I had as a child. When I was a child, obviously, even as children, you see problems around you. But when I was a child, those were some of the most beautiful times in my life, right? Some of the most wonderful times in my life. A lot of things that I worry about nowadays, the things that I concern myself about, I wasn't worried about those things. I wasn't worried whether or not someone liked me romantically, or I could find someone that could give me the love that I'm seeking. I wasn't worried about whether or not people liked me. I wasn't worried about whether or not I was going to be successful, or whether or not my YouTube channel was going to blow up, or people are going to like my content, or whether I'm going to succeed in a business. Or I wasn't worried about any of the things that I'm concerning myself about these days, right? So I was free. I was just free to be myself. I was free to play, right? To laugh, to smile, to love. I was free to be me. And I realized that that is what I was searching for. I was searching for this childlike me that I had in my childhood. And I really believe that all of us, that's the same thing we're searching for. We're searching for the freedom that we felt as a child, right? I really believe that the world robbed us of our freedom. The world robbed us of that childlike, feeling that we had about ourselves and about the world. As a child, they taught us that something was wrong with us for always being happy. Something was wrong with us for always being, joyful or smiling or content. Right? They told us that, as we get older, we're going to realize just how serious life is, and we have to start taking life seriously. And so all those things really went into our brains, right? We picked up all those things that we were being told, and we started more and more as we grow older living by them. And as we begin to live by these adult concepts, right, we lost touch of who we were as children. We lost touch of that freedom. And I really believe that unless we return to ourselves as children, or how we were as children, or that childlike behavior that we had, or feeling that we had, then we will always feel discontent. We'll always feel unhappy. We'll always feel as if something is missing, and that we'll try to fill that empty space in the world, and that we will never be successful. So the true solution to what I was searching for was really reconnecting with myself, to really stop taking life so seriously, you know? And I'm not saying I don't desire the things of the world, right? Obviously, we all desire a nice relationship. We all desire to be successful in whatever business or career, or, you know, whatever it is that we're striving to be successful in. We all want to be successful, right? In all areas of life. But I think that has to have a balance to it. I think that even though you're striving for success in the world and striving for the things of the world, you also have to be in the world but not of the world. You have to have one foot in the world, but have one foot in the world within, right? You have to know how to live both in the world but also be in touch with the world within, right? Because when you live too much in the world, you get so caught up in the world, right? You get so caught up to the point in which you begin to sort of neglect yourself. You strive, right? You strive for success, you strive for relationship, you strive to be liked, you strive to have friends. But at the end of the day, you can have all those things, but you have to, come back to yourself, right? Do you like yourself? Are you happy from within? Are you joyful? Are you grateful for who you are? Right? Do you love life? At the end of the day, you could have it all but still not have it all. At the end of the day, when you leave the world, right? When you, clock out from your job and then you have to come home back to yourself, are you happy with yourself? Or do you find things to sort of distract yourself from the fact that you don't love yourself? Do you try to continuously fill that void with drugs? And when I say drugs, I'm not only talking about weed or vaping or even crack or cocaine. I'm talking about the things that we use to try to escape from reality, to try to escape from who we are, right? Do you really love yourself? Or are you still searching for something to fill your void? Are you still searching for yourself in the wrong places? Because I really believe that most people are. We're still living by society's standards. We're still living by what we're told we're told who we're meant to be or what we're meant to do, right? And we haven't realized that they've completely robbed us of our freedom. And not only have they robbed us of our freedom, they've taught us to hate ourselves. They taught us that we're not good enough. As you begin to grow older, right, you realize that people begin to sort of treat you differently. People begin to find certain flaws within you, and then they begin to pinpoint those flaws. They might say, something is wrong with your skin. Or they might say something is wrong with your hair. Something is wrong with your smile. Something is wrong with the way you laugh. Something is wrong with your height. Something is wrong with your skin complexion. Society and the people around you find a bunch of shit to pinpoint to tell you that you're not good enough. But I've never seen a child that has come into this world and has hated itself. I've never seen in reality an unhappy child. Children, for the most part, they are happy. They live life with a certain degree of freedom and joy and peace, right? They live life with freedom. But I believe that seriousness is a disease of adulthood, right? And I can't remember who I heard say this, right? But I think this guy on YouTube, he said that. But shout out to him. Seriousness is a disease of adulthood. We've lost touch with ourselves, and then we're searching for ourselves in the wrong places. But unless you really bring awareness to the fact that no matter what you are seeking in the world, you will never truly be content unless you find it first within. And that's a reality, right? Outside success means nothing unless you have success within. Are you successful on the inside, right? Do you love yourself? Those are the things that we really have to face. We really need to bring awareness of. So I say all this to say, most of us are really searching for ourselves in the wrong places. We've been taught that what we're seeking is in the world. And the more we try to find ourselves in the world, the more we lose touch of who we are. The more we lose reconnecting with ourselves, because the only way to reconnect with yourself is to go within. It really is about solitude, awareness, gratitude, patience with yourself, right? I always say that nothing is wrong with you. The only thing wrong with you, or the only thing wrong with us, is that we've been taught that something is wrong with us. But nothing is wrong with us at all. And I'm not saying we don't have flaws. I'm not saying we don't have things about ourselves that we would like to improve on. That's fine. But at the end of the day, we are all perfectly imperfect. We are as we are. We are made in the image of God, or source, or the creator, or whatever it is that you want to call it. Nothing is truly wrong with you. And once you wake up and you stop trying to fix yourself and fix everything about you and achieve this and achieve that, you will wake up from the illusion that you are perfectly made, right? What you are searching for is within. What you are searching for is not in the world, but in here. So wake up. Stop sleeping. Right? You're not missing anything. The freedom that you're looking for is within. It's right here. We're all searching for the same thing. You just have to uncover the barriers and the things that are causing you to not realize or remember or reconnect with this freedom. Reconnect with this inner happiness. Reconnect with this inner peace. That's all you have to do. And to really do that, you have to first bring awareness to the fact that nothing can make you happy. Nothing can make you peaceful. Nothing can give you freedom. Right? Awareness is the first step. Then the next step is really gratitude, self-acceptance, accepting yourself for who you are. Instead of trying to change everything about you, right? Have you first accepted yourself? Have you first embodied yourself? Have you first loved yourself? Right? And then the next step is patience. Be patient with yourself. All of us are trying to get here as fast as possible, right? All of us are trying to, get somewhere. Alan Watts has this quote where he says that the meaning of life, and I'm just paraphrasing this, by the way, the meaning of life is to just live, is to just be alive. But then everybody is so busy trying to get somewhere as if it were possible to achieve something beyond themselves. You are where you need to be already. And everything that you're looking for, everything that you seek and you're trying to find is already here. So it's not so much that you need to acquire them. It's not so much that you need to achieve them. You just have to realize them. And that's what true awakening is, or enlightenment is. It's to wake up from the illusion that what you're missing is out here. And to really realize that what you need and what you have and what you seek is already here. You just have to see it. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are really taking care of yourselves. And I just want to share this for a moment because I'm excited. I picked up this book. It's called Stop Fixing Yourself by Anthony DeMello. I haven't read it yet, but I've really been reading Anthony DeMello's books for a while now, even watching his lectures, and he has really changed my life. So I really believe that you should go check it out. He has some really, really, really eye-opening topics and things that he talks about that can really help you if you're really looking to reconnect with yourself and wake up. So yeah, take care of yourselves. Take care of your mental health. Give yourself a little bit of love every day, like I always say. And yeah, peace and blessings.